so nice to see you, and welcome to everyone on YouTube. Thank you for joining us today. So today's class is about meditation. So today we're going to do a little bit of introduction on how to make sure we're comfortable when we do meditation, and then we'll do some meditation. I'm hopeful that the class will be about 20 minutes only to keep it nice and short. But one of the things that's really important for me in meditation is that we be comfortable. I'll do other videos on when to do meditation and when not to do meditation. That will come at some point. But for now, I really want us to have a session where we are comfortable. So for meditation, a lot of people say you shouldn't be sitting on a chair, you should be sitting straight, you should be sitting with your legs crossed. I don't believe in any of that. What I believe in is that for us to calm our minds, we need our bodies to be comfortable. Now, meditation is a great way to help us fall asleep. So if you lie down to do this, chances are you will fall asleep. So the only thing I recommend when you do meditation that you really want to concentrate and focus on to help you train your brain to be calm and peaceful instead of super agitated, it is better to do it sitting up. So you could very well do this on your couch, leaning back. What's really important is that you're leaning back so that you don't feel any stress in your back. You could be cross-legged on your couch, on your chair. It is up to you as long as you're sitting. If you're doing it on the ground, people have different levels of comforts and discomforts. A lot of people have issues with being on their knees like this. This is what we call sisa. And so in sisa, it might be difficult for their knees or it might be difficult for their insteps. And what's really important is that you respect that and that you use bolsters to help you lift you up. So you can grab cushions, any kind of cushion, depending on the height that you would like. You can even use blankets that will give some height. What's important is that you're comfortable. So there's a few ways that you can use these. So for example, you can put this down and keep your knees bent like this in sisa. And so the more you put, the more height you put, the less compression there is on your knees and on your insteps. Other people have difficulty being cross-legged, but they prefer that to being on their knees. So if that is your case, that is perfectly fine. You can do that as well. But what you want to make sure is that your knees are not like this, right? I see a lot of people practicing meditation and their knees are here because they can't lower them because their hips are stuck. Every person is different. Respect where you're at, right? This shouldn't be grueling as you're trying to calm and appease your mind, okay? So this, you use the height that you need, and what's really important as well is that you don't want to have an arch in the lower back. You really want to curl that tailbone under. So I will show this in this direction. So you want to make sure that you're not arching, but that you're still curling the tailbone under, okay? So that you're protecting the lower back. So these are the really important concepts. Now you might even need more height, or if you need more height and you really don't want to do this, just have a seat. But what's important is that you find the props that will help you be comfortable, okay? So before we start the sitting meditation, we're just going to do a little bit of cat and cow, which again I like to affectionately call the meow and the moo. Oh, and parenthesis, I forgot, but there are these wonderful cushions. They're called zafus. And the zafus are cushions that are actually meditation cushions. I love these. This is filled with buckwheat. You can find these on the internet, on Amazon. These are really nice and comfortable, and so they're perfect. So you can sit on the edge of it so that you're in a nice cross-legged position. Or again, you could have them underneath like this. It's all up to you and how you want to use it, but these are really great. They're nice and they're smushy to use. All right, so we will start by some movement. When we do yoga, one of the things that we don't often talk about is that yoga is actually active meditation, right? Yoga is supposed to help us be able to meditate more peacefully, more readily. So we're just going to do a little bit of that. and just get a good sense. So as you're doing these movements, you really want to take your time, breathe, and feel your body. So we're going to go into a table position. We want to make sure that our hands are in front of our shoulders, so not directly underneath, right? So that we can protect those wrists. And our knees, we want them ideally underneath the hips. And from this position now, we're going to do this very slowly, very mindfully. We're going to inhale through the nose. And as we exhale, we're going to round, curl the tailbone under, round our backs towards the ceiling, and push, push, push. We're going to stay here for one breath cycle. And we push, 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 push. Now we take a deep breath in. Exhale, and we come back. Good. Now we're going to inhale. Exhale, and now we go into the cow. So cow, we curl that tailbone up towards the ceiling. We arch the back. We look up. We're going to stay here for a breath cycle. On your next inhale, you get ready, exhale, we go back into table. So now keep going at your own pace. We inhale in place, exhale, we move either to the cat or to the cow. And what we want is to harmonize the movement to the breath. We want to lead with the breath. We want to start that exhale just a little bit before we start to move. And now if you want, instead of stopping at the table, you can just immediately transition from the cat to the cow. Make sure that your elbows are always slightly bent. And the next time that you're in the cat position, stay in that position and really feel that stretch. Hopefully at every repetition you'll feel that you're more flexible, that your back rounds a little bit more. And push, 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 push. So we're going to take a deep breath from the cat position. And as we exhale now, we're going to sit back onto our heels and lie down completely into a child pose, what I like to call the turtle pose. So I'm going to turn my head so that you can hear me as I talk, but for you, please stay in the position. So in that turtle position, be sure to be nice and comfortable. Make sure that you're breathing well in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. From that position now, when we're going to come out of the turtle position, we want to start by curling the tailbone under and by keeping our arms super, 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 super relaxed. We do this as we exhale. We come up one vertebra at a time. Nice and slow. As you come up, you should feel like your body has a little bit more mobility, a little bit more comfort within itself. Good. All right, so now find the sitting position that's comfortable for you. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you're breathing. Hopefully this exercise helped us to open up the chest, to open up the lungs. Beautiful. All right, so now that you're in your sitting position and that you're comfortable, you can put your hands as you see fit. Some like to have palms up towards the ceiling. Some like to have palms down. I like to have one hand in the other. It's totally up to you, and it is up to you to discover. And every time you're going to watch this video, you can change the way you're going to do it to fit the need of that day. So for meditation now, we're simply going to inhale through the nose, and you can exhale through the nose or through the mouth. would like you to close your eyes and bring your chin down ever so slightly towards the sternum so that you feel that you're internalizing yourself even more. Always breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or through the mouth. Now, what's important in meditation isn't to try to control the thoughts that are coming into our minds. What we want is to be able to observe. Simply take a moment to see how our mind operates, what happens, how it jumps from one thought to the next. This isn't about automatically calming the mind. This is about observing so that we can peacefully get to a point where our mind is calm and serene, allowing us to be within ourselves calmly and peacefully. Always breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or through the mouth. Whatever position you are in, just make sure that you are protecting your lower back by curling the tailbone. Make sure that your back is straight but not tense, that your arms are relaxed but present. The chin just a little bit low towards the sternum so that it makes it easier for you to focus within yourself. Whenever a thought comes up, observe what it is. See what the thought is. And then simply progressively come back to your breath by focusing your attention on the inhale and then refocusing your attention on the exhale. You can always also come back to your body to make sure that it is comfortably sitting. And as you're breathing, every time you exhale, you want to feel like you're releasing tension and that you are progressively grounding yourself deeper into yourself and into the ground. Always breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or through the mouth. We're now going to take a moment to really feel like our vertebrae are stacked on top of one another. We want to feel like our spine is nice and straight. We want to feel that there's strength, and that we're strong in that sitting position. And we want to make sure that our neck is in alignment with the rest of our thoracic spine. Feeling like we're being pulled to be nice and straight from the top of our heads. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale and release. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, we release. And last time in. And exhale out. We're going to take a deep breath in. And now I want you to realize that we're going to open our eyes, but before we do, I want you to visualize looking down towards the ground or looking forward. You want to look at about 5 to 6 feet ahead of you. And I want you to keep focus on that point in front of you when you open your eyes on your next exhale. Nice and slowly opening the eyes, coming back to the room, and back to the colors, making sure that you're coming back to your breath. Make make sure that you're taking deep breaths in, exhaling it out. So from this position now, wherever you are, you can place your hands on the side. And we're just going to do an exercise to release tension in the shoulders before we go. So when we're going to inhale, we're going to bring the shoulders up to our ears. So I'm just going to show it first. So we're going to bring them up to our ears, and we're going to scrunch, 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 contract, contract, contract. We're going to keep the lungs full. And then we're going to say exhale. We want to release in one shot and let it go completely. Exactly. So we're going to take a deep breath in, bring the shoulders up. Contract, 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 contract for 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. Beautiful. And again, 2 more times. Inhale, contract. Pull, 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 pull. Exhale and release. Good. And last time. Inhale, contract. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Contract, contract, contract for 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. Now when we do that, oftentimes it's going to bring some tension in the back of our shoulders, so we can massage using the palm heels and the finger pads. We're just going to scrunch up the trapezius, so bringing the fingers towards the palm heel just to relax. So again, some of us have very active or overactive nervous systems, so you don't want to just massage quickly, you want to hold the compression so that it doesn't worsen how your nervous system feels. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you are breathing always in through the nose to make sure that you purify the air, humidify it, make sure that it's nice and warm when it reaches your lungs. Beautiful. All right, so we are going to close this session. We're going to interlace our fingers. Inhale, stretch it up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, we release. Open, open, open. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Make sure that you open that up. Oh, that feels so good. Beautiful. And we're going to stretch in the back. Interlace the fingers back. We're going to bring the shoulders back. Elbows together. Look up. Open that torso. And exhale and release. Yay, thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are online, please stay. I will say a proper goodbye to you. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching again. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you have any requests. I promise you videos will keep on coming, so like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you know what videos are coming up. Till I see you next time, stay safe, stay strong, and stay true to you.